What's up, guys? You already know what time it is. It's time for me to get this intro started. So, before we get into today's topic, if you guys would be so kind to drop a like, leave a comment about the video, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Like, all feedback is also greatly appreciated. Also, make sure you guys subscribe and everything. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you guys turn on all notifications so you guys don't miss anything that come on the channel. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into today's topic. So, this is part 2 to the first video that I dropped earlier. This is going to be Eternals, full spoilers, breakdown of fight scenes that have happened. You'll know what I'm talking about, especially if you watch the movie. If you haven't everything and you're not wanting to get spoiled, just watch the other video that I dropped. Everything that one drops at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This one will be dropping tomorrow around 11:12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So look forward to this one for tomorrow. If you don't want to be spoiled, well, don't look for this tomorrow, but look for the other one tonight. For everyone else that wants to watch this video and everything and doesn't care about spoilers, or for this one for tomorrow and everything. Alright, without further ado, I think I talked enough about that. Let's get it, let's go. So, Eternals. What my favorite character and everything on there, of course, was Gilgamesh. Eros, he was pretty dope. The first thing that I liked about the movie is when they did like the opening scene, when they started introducing some of them, and what I liked about the fluctuation of in the movie, you had different time periods that you went to. So you have Babylonian, and you just had different eras that they were a part of. Just like Druid was there. So there's different Eternals that are in there. Sprite and Gilgamesh, and you had Athena. The big baddie in the movie itself was a deviant. I don't think he even said his name. I can't remember if he says him or not. But basically what this deviant does is that it's an evolution deviant. So if you're familiar about the deviant genes with the Eternals, so basically one in the same accord, made from the Celestials, of course. What happens in that movie is that this evolutionary type of deviant comes through and starts killing like Eternals and everything. Like, I think he killed, the Minister right, 2 Eternals, almost a third. The first one he killed and everything had the healing factor. And the other one, Gilgamesh, he killed him, he got the strength one. So all the Eternals are different attributes. Eros and everything. Or not Eros, Icarus. That's the name I was looking for. Woo! Kept saying the wrong name. I apologize and everything to the fandom immediately. It's been a little bit since I last watched it, but bear with me. I'm just really pumped about this movie to get it out there for the video, to get it out there and everything, and to talk about the movie itself. So yes, Icarus and everything, the one that flew too close to the sun.
Fuck this guy.
Basically, what happens is that he kind of has like the Superman type of complex. He's really strong, one of the strongest ones that are there. Throughout the movie, you see him and everything. He's kind of painted up to be a good guy. Towards the latter end of the movie, he has ulterior motives and everything. Ajax and everything, and previous leader of the Eternals and everything had this like wavelength and connection where the little orb will come out of her. She'll be able to talk to the Celestial. Celestial talks back to her. Well, basically, Icarus went, fed to the Deviant. Deviant came through, just straight, just murked her, took her power and everything. And when they died and everything, they turned like a different color, turned kind of like a grayish type of field. And that's also because their life force was taken and they got iced. So, that being said, that's all the healing thing. That's how the Deviant got that ability. And then with Gilgamesh and everything, got killed, protecting Athena and trying to defeat that deviant, which is really strong. Also, I will note with the deviant itself, when it think about the deviant like Cell from Dragon Ball Z. Each time he absorbs like an android, in this case an Eternal, he gets stronger, he gets powerful, his form changes. So beforehand, he was like some like little dog thing, and he absorbed the other one, become a bigger hulking mess, and had some speech that it was they're trying to go and speak a little bit. And then when he got a hold of Gilgamesh, he transformed again, more of a humanoid type of figure. Still had the 6 eyes across, but he looked pretty dope. And I am a bit mad that towards the end of the movie when they were fighting and everything, spoiler alert, the Dream Celestial, Tiamat, when he's coming about and everything, they were fighting on the little volcanic scene. So there's that for you if you guys were curious about that scene. I feel so with that deviant, they shouldn't have killed it off like how they did, but because they went and they did that, I feel so they kind of missed the opportunity to have that deviant grow and prosper more. That was one of the issues and everything I was talking about in the last video that I had an issue with in that fight scene. But the Sleeping Celestial is one of the most powerful Celestials in the MCU. I think one of them, if not the most powerful one. Like when he's and the largest, if memory serves right. Like when he's like coming through, you see a hand, you see a head, and how do you stop him from emerging? Hence the emergence. They form a Unimind. And with the Unimind, what it does is that it connects all of them to one Eternal to put him back to sleep or to stop him from coming back out. Basically, killing it. Which, if you look and think about it, he ain't supposed to die. So, I mean, Marvel did that. And that was an interesting spin on that. That's another thing that I had like a big pet peeve of. I was like, man, he's not supposed to die. He's really strong. But yeah, when he comes out and everything, he's colossal. He is gigantic. He is huge. How do you stop Tiamat from coming through? Is that Isis and everything, she put her hand on him and started freezing him. So when she froze him, he ended up like losing his light. He ended up dying and everything. And towards the end of the movie, they stopped it. Earth was spared. And they went back to sort of living normal lives. What happened is that the other Celestial and everything, the Judgment one, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's been a little bit since I last watched it. Forgive me in advance. But what he does is that he scoops up the ones that are remaining. If you haven't noticed, Icarus did fly into the sun, by the way, which is a fun twist. Scoops up the last remaining of the Eternals and everything, and takes them away to go and pass judgment on them before he comes to the Earth and judges the Earth to see if it's worthy of actually still being around, to see if it's worthy of life over the Celestial. Because basically what the Eternals are supposed to do is that they're supposed to basically nurture and farm a planet, and then once they do that, the Celestial, or the egg I should presumably say, drops into the core of the planet, and it's being fed all the cosmic energy. And the reason why Tiamat came like how it did, it was supposed to come anytime soon, was because of a snap that happened that Thanos did, the first one, and then I believe it was a total of 3 snaps. So the first one he did took away half the thing, and the second one he did when he was on another planet and everything went and destroyed the surge, reducing to atoms. The third snap that happens when the Hulk snapped that, they just snapped everyone back from dust to present day for 5 years back to reality. And so that happened, and then all that cosmic energy built up inside the Earth, and it just fed the Celestial, and it just spanned outward. So it rapidly grew. That's what you gotta think about cosmic energy and everything, and feeds the Celestials and makes them bigger and grows them a lot faster than what they're supposed to grab. So, well, supposed to grow, not grab. Ugh, vocabulary. Um, Another thing that I thought was pretty dope was that um, when he whisked them away, before he did, oh man, what's that dude's name? It slips my name. It slips my tongue and everything. I can't remember his name for the top of my head and everything. But his family origins is a lot more complicated than what it really is. So I'm hoping that he's gonna be the Black Knight, which is gonna be pretty cool because also part of the MCU. And if you want to see a video about that, me going into depth about who that is and what they do, comment down below and I can do that as well in a future video. I also like video recommendations. And what happens from there is that if you stay for the movie and you watch the post-credit scene, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Star Fox Arrows comes through and tells the remaining Celestials, well not Celestials, Eternals, that hey, your friends have been taken and everything to be judged with their memory and everything. And also, almost forgot, the memory banks that they have, their crystals are always taken from their mind and they're always reprogrammed and rewired. So that way they don't remember what happened before. And if you haven't noticed, Sprite does become a human. So she becomes a human and everyone else starts trying to live their normal lives somewhat. And then from there, with the whole emergence and everything, I thought it was pretty great how the fight scenes were coming through, how they went through different stages and scenarios, showcased different viewpoints of different Eternals, what their thoughts were, how they operated, how they wanted to go and live their life. But yeah, the post-credit scene, make sure you guys stay there for that. There's only one. So it's not a double secret ending. There's only one secret ending, which has Star Fox and everything, brother of Thanos. If you want a Star Fox video, I can go in depth on who Star Fox is, what his ties are in, and etc. etc. I'll have to do another video though, not in this one, because this is pure Eternals. But yeah, I rate that whole movie 7 out of 10. I feel as though there could have done like some things different. Some characters shouldn't have died, but hey, that's for plot. That's what happens. Earthlings like the Sleeping Celestial shouldn't have been killed off, but it happened. Can't control that. But yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. And like I said before, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Make sure you guys comment. And make sure you guys turn on all notifications and subscribe for more content on the channel. Like I said, this one will be going out tomorrow, the 25th, around 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time at that. You guys have been real. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.